Here we are once again, part 6 of this nickel hunt and album fill. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and we are on part 6 of this nickel hunt and album fill. If you haven't watched the first 5 episodes, I'll have a link to the playlist down below and above here. Be sure to check it out so that you can get caught up on this hunt. Now, this book right here is the book that I'm using to fill up as we hunt these boxes. We've gone through 5 boxes so far, and we have 112 of the 138 spots filled. All of the 90s, because I only put it through 99, all of the 80s, all of the 70s, all of the 60s. In the 50s, we're missing a couple of semi-keys or close to semi-keys. A 1958P, a 55P, of course a 51S, 51D, 51, 50D, and 50. Those are going to be tougher to find. In the 40s, we are missing a 49, which we should find here shortly, I would imagine. A 46S, which is kind of tough, but not terribly tough. And then a lot of the silver years, except for we do have one silver, it's pretty toasty. Outside of the silver, we haven't found a 42D yet, non-silver, a 41D, and of course the key dates, 39S, 39D, 38S, 38D, and then we haven't found a 38 regular yet either. So as it stands now, judging by what I see here, if we can get some silver in the box, that'd be good. And if we can get a couple of the years that maybe we should find by now, like a 49, that would be nice. I'm hoping to fill 2 to 3 spots in this album. And as always during the hunt, if I find a really nice coin, I'll check it against the album to see if it upgrades a current slot. Now for all the 50s and earlier, I will be staging those coins above here. I'll also bring you in during those finds, and all of those will always be checked against the album to make sure that we don't have an upgrade there as well. All right, let me go ahead and close this book and get this hunt started. I'll tell you, I've already popped the top of this nickel box. It doesn't look very promising. Judging by as many of the newer designs that I see, this might be a tough box, but you never know what's inside until you get inside, and without any enders and a lot of modern nickel strikes on top, could be a tough one. All right, I'll bring you in on our first find. Thought it might be tough, but we're on roll 1. We're on the 4th coin in, and it is going to be a 1955 staring dead at us. Hopefully, it's a Philly. It's not. It's a Denver. We've got that, but of course, we'll check it against the album. I forgot to scope it. The 55D is a year you want to check for the 55D over S. It was not, but a few more coins later, we have found a 1942. And like I said, we do need a Denver mint if we can possibly have that. And it's not. It is a 42P. The good news is this 42P is probably better than the one in the album because the few that we have found have been pretty bad, and we might be able to upgrade it even with this one in well-circulated condition. Same roll, still the first roll. We're going to have 3 finds in total. Here's a 1940 Philadelphia. Good start. 3 finds, first roll. Box may be better than I thought. Roll number 6 is going to yield another 40s nickel, and this is a 1946 Denver, I think. My eyes might be failing me. It is a 46D, and taking a quick peek at the album, we have a 46D, so that won't help the cause. That being said, the box may not be as good as I thought. There are a lot of 2020 and 2019 coins in here already. About a third of the roll so far for each of the last few rolls have been 2020s. All right, let's get back to the hunt. See if we can find some more goodies. Roll number 7 is going to help the cause because I just ran across a 1951. It's got some dings on it, but if you recall, we don't have any of the 51s, so it doesn't matter whether it's a P, D, or S. Hopefully an S, that's a semi-key, but let's take a look and see what we got. 51D, we'll take it. That will fill one of the slots, so at least we'll get 1 find from this box. Just popped open roll number 8, and I figured I'd give you a look at what I'm looking at. You can see if the rolls stay like this, it's going to be tough to find items for the album. Roll number 11. The ender looked old, popped it open, already flipped it. It is old. It's a Philly, and it's a 49. So believe it or not, we're going to actually fill the 49 Philly spot with that find. For a box that's been mostly 2020s, we've got a couple of finds already, and I'll take it. Roll 13. A 1956 Denver. Roll 19. We've got a 1941 nickel here, and I took a peek at the book. We do need a Denver. Will it be a Denver? It won't be, but always nice seeing a nice 41p in there, and my 41p is a little more slick than that, so it'll probably upgrade. Roll 22. We've got another 40s nickel. It is a 1948 Philly, and we don't need it, but it's another 40s. Roll number 33. We've got a 1941 nickel, and as I said earlier, we just need the Denver. And we still just need the Denver. Roll 38. We've got ourselves a 1957 with some damage, minted in Denver. Roll 39. A 50s nickel, 1953 Denver. Roll 40, a 1954 Denver as well. Roll 43, another 53 Denver again. Roll 47, and just laid it out. We've got something that looks a little silvery to me. Hoping it is. And it is. 1943. Believe that's Philly. Man, you can barely see it, but it is a 43p. And we don't have a 43p for the album. Another spot filled, and more importantly, silver in the box. 3 rolls to go. Well, we finished that box, and it felt like a short box because of all of the newer nickel designs in there. Crazy. A lot of 2020 Denvers. About a third of the box, I would estimate, and that took up a lot of spaces for any other nickels we could have looked at. That being said, for being kind of a shorter box, it definitely produced some finds. I did check that 43p for the doubled I and the 3/2 overdate. It did not have it, for those wondering. We had 7 in the 50s, 7 in the 40s, plus a silver, no 09s, and the only item I pulled aside was a pretty nice 88D. I may not be able to upgrade with it, but I'll check it. Let me now go through all of these and see what spots we fill and what spots we upgrade. I'll get to the 50s and 40s in a second, but I did want to show you that we definitely upgraded the 88D. So I'll plug that in, and then we'll move on to the 50s and 40s. So for the upgrades first, I am going to upgrade that 56P. It is slightly better, as well as that 55D. I'm also going to upgrade the 53D, although you could make an argument that they're both pretty ugly. There's a little more detail on the rim, where In God We Trust is. A little bit better of a rim. I'll have to take a closer look at that, but I'm probably going to upgrade it. We're also going to upgrade the 42P and the 41P as well. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 88D is 6 upgrades, and 3 additions. A 51D, a 49P, and a 43P 35% silver war nickel. Let me plug those in and give you some final thoughts with a wrap up. All right, here's the book once again. 115 of the 138 spots have been filled through 6 boxes. We added 3 more in this box, so we are inching our way closer to a completed Jefferson Nickels album. I do want to make one correction. I said I was upgrading the 56P. It was a 56D. I went to plug it in and looked at the back just to make sure, and it was a D on it, and I checked and it was better than the Denver I had in there. So I will make that correction. Didn't want to leave that out there hanging. Good to see another silver in the box. Good to see a few dates that I thought we would find sooner or later, but still missing a lot of the semi-key and key dates for sure. A lot of the silver war nickels. Haven't found a 38 yet. You name it. Either way, like I said, we'll continue this series until we can get as close to filling this as possible or filling it. In my estimation, if we stay at this pace, barring any great boxes, it'll probably take another 25 to 30 boxes at least to get it filled. And that's assuming we can fetch ourselves a 50D or a 39 DNS. Those are the tough ones to get. Hopefully you enjoyed part 6 of this nickel hunt and fill. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching. That one war nickel went in the album, but we need a stand-in for the 2020 silver jar.